Remember that feeling during Christmas Day when you know you got something good and it is finally here? Well, today is that day, except it is not Christmas, but the best part is that I'm feeling just as giddy because all you got to do is turn around and watch. The 2022 Hyundai Tucson has just arrived and I am oh so excited, and this is genuinely my first impression. Let's talk about it. What is up, guys? This is Miguel, Car Guy, and today we are finally reviewing the 2022 Hyundai Tucson because I was finally able to get my hands on it because this is one of two that actually dropped off, and I figured since I never ever review the SE, which is the package one, I should go ahead and review the SE of the Tucson because this thing, just look at it. It looks so amazing, and I gotta say, I like sedans, but if SUVs for Hyundai keep on getting designed like this, I'm gonna just have to cop an SUV because the sensuous sportiness design language is really echoed in this car. And just look at the cuts in the grille. You still have that beautiful Hyundai family cascading grille, and new for the Tucson, you do have the daytime running lights that are integrated into the grille. Absolutely phenomenal. And by the way, another first for the Tucson is that now even the simplest form of Tucson, the SE, has LED headlights. No more ugly yellow bulbs. You have legit LED bright white headlights, really pulling that entire futuristic feel together. Once you go ahead and pop open the hood, you will see something that is very, very different. Now, in the 2022 SE, you get a 2.5 liter four-cylinder, and it actually generates 187 horsepower. That's more horsepower than the Limited, Ultimate, and the Sport generated in 2021. Now, there might be some of you saying, well, it probably gets worse gas mileage. Well, you couldn't be more wrong because this also has an 8-speed automatic transmission now, giving you actually 26 miles per gallon in the city and 33 miles per gallon on the highway from a more powerful engine. That is absolutely ridiculous. So if you compare it to even the Limited Ultimate with the small displacement engine, that one only got 22 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. So no matter how you slice it, not only does the new Tucson look fresher, but it's also more potent. Now, from the transmission, that power goes straight to the wheels, and I am happy to report that the Tucson SE does have real rims. It drives me bonkers when you spend over $20-something thousand on an SUV and the manufacturer's just like, yeah, give them hubcaps. It is so stupid, and I'm so glad Hyundai forgot hubcaps existed because you do get 17-inch wheels, and they do fill out the wheel well quite nicely. Now, standing back, you can see something else that really ties the entire car together, because in past generations, you had a chrome strip that ran under the window. But now in the 22 version, you get the chrome strip that gets passed over the window. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna call it the Tucson side blade because it looks so sharp and really does echo that sportiness, futuristic-ness that the car really does exude, and I'm a huge fan of that. Moving on from that, when you actually look at the car from the back, you can see that those facets and angles do not stop on the side of the car. Even if you look low on the bumper, you can see that textured look of the car. Again, sensuous sportiness at its best. But here's another cool little thing. Notice that where the wiper blade used to be, you only have the Hyundai logo there. Well, what did they do with the rear wiper? Let me show you. In a stroke of design genius, what they did is hid the wiper in the spoiler. It is a much more clean look and doesn't look big or bulky. It looks very modern, and I am a fan that it just comes on down and wipes away your problems, and when it's done, it just hides right back. That is sensuous sportiness. Hyundai got it. Now, when you go ahead and pop open the trunk, you will see a much improved cargo volume because the Tucson has a lower floor, giving you 38.7 cubic feet of cargo room with the seats up. And in case you're wondering, yes, it still does have that secret floor. Let me show you what I mean. As you can see right here, you have two levels of floor, the higher level and the lower level. So if you have a package that is awkwardly shaped and you need to make sure it fits in there, you could actually pull out the entire floor and put it on that lower level, and it gives you an extra few inches of cargo space. And that's not it. Here's another special thing that you could do to really maximize the cargo volume in your Tucson. All that room is still with the seats up, but let's say you need a little bit more. Well, now in the 2022 Tucson, you get a couple handles which have actually been displayed on prior generation Santa Fe models. So if all the space is enough for you, all you have to do is tug on the little handle right here, and the seats on both sides spring forward. That way, if you need a little bit more space, it becomes a lot easier to get it. Now that we're already talking about the inside, I figured I'd take you guys with me so that way you could see the inside of the Tucson for yourself. So hopping into the back seat, you have a lot more cargo room, it feels like. I'm 6'1", and I'm able to just hop on into the Tucson and really feel the difference. Now, even with this gel on my hair and my long legs, I mean, just take a look at it. Right here, you have all this space, even from the front seat to the back seat. I mean, it is absolutely massive. And even when you close the door, it is super, super comfy. Like, I feel that if I had two other brothers that were exactly like me, we could fit in the back and it wouldn't be a fight like it used to be when me and my actual brothers would sit in the back seat because, you know, brothers. But anyways, it is very, very comfortable all the way over there. Now, moving to the front, it feels very, very open to the car, which is something that I quite like a lot. So sitting here, again, I haven't touched the seat. Sitting in the front, I still have good amount of room, as you can see for yourself. And just look at the car. Let me go ahead and turn it on for you. Fire everything up. You have this new dash. It's all integrated, making it look like one big slab. And another great thing is that you do have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on your 2022 Tucson for the first time ever. That is one of the best things and best pieces of technology to come out in a long time. No longer do you have to go and spend tons of cash to get a navigation system, because we all have these little things in our pocket called smartphones that could pretty much do the same thing, but do it for free. Switching seats to the driver's side, this is the view you are going to have if you decide to become the owner of one of these beauties. And I love the way everything is slightly angled towards the driver. The touchscreen, the shifter looks good. Even the steering wheel with this new design, even though it's still wrapped in paper, looks absolutely lovely. Now, if you happen to look through the steering wheel, you will see the new dashboard layout. I like it. It's like a big old pill. On the left side, you have the speed, and on the right side, you have the revs. So when you give it a little bit of gas, you could really see what you're doing. And I like the fact that they just didn't go ahead and slap on the old generation of stuff. They really are innovating even with the smaller details, and that is a great thing that I love about Hyundai. Oh, and here's another little secret that the Tucson has. If you look at the shifter, right behind the shifter is going to be a little switch for your drive mode select. You can select normal, smart, or sport, but that's not the secret. This is the secret. If you look back at the speedometer and rev counter, you can notice on the sides of it, it is actually blue until you put it in sport. Then it changes to red or orange, depending on how your eyes are adjusting. But those are the little details that Hyundai is really focusing on and betting a lot on to really make the Tucson stand out. And in my opinion, I know I'm kind of biased, but this thing is a home run. And I know I keep mentioning it, but it still blows my mind. All the things that you have seen is on the SE. That's the package one. That is the simplest level of Tucson available, and it has all that. I didn't even mention the safety features. I didn't tell you about all the airbags. I didn't tell you about the forward collision avoidance assist so it could hit its own brakes. I didn't tell you about the lane keeping assist, the lane follow assist. I didn't tell you about none of that stuff, but suffice to say, the 2022 Tucson is the safest SE Tucson to ever roll out of the production line, and I am hyped about this, and I cannot wait to do the comparison videos between the SEL, the SEL Convenience, the SEL Premium, the Limited, the N line. Oh, it's a lot coming. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead, click that subscribe button so you can see the newest uploads I do on the regular. And again, mad props to you for liking this video and watching this video. Make sure you hit like if you like it, and notifications so you can see the newest uploads I do. And again, mad props to my dealership for allowing me to go and take a GoPro out into the back and actually record these cars, because seriously, mad props to them. And again, if you live in Orlando, click that link in the description, make an appointment with me, and I'll show you whatever Hyundai you want to see, and we can have some fun. But guys, that has been my time. Thank you so much for coming, and until next time, I'm Miguel, your car guy, and I'll see you soon. Now, once you go ahead and open up the rear seat of the rear door, it actually gives you 38.7 cubic, no. Oh yeah, 38.7. Now, from the transmission, it goes ahead. Now, the power from the engine gets This is genuinely my first impression. Let's get into it. So, it's been a while since I actually made a video. for Let's Talk About It. And I said, let's get to it instead of let's talk about it. So this is my attempt, the day after recording everything, to try to get a good audio of me saying, let's talk about it. That's echo, it's not gonna work.